This is a piece of one Atharva Veda mantra. Sa naha, na visarga. Sa naha parshat atidvishaha. Parshat atidvishaha. Sa naha parshadati dvishaha. When you split it is parshat atidvishaha. Atharva 6:34:1. 6:34:1. Dvishaha. Dvisha apritam. The root for dvesha. Dvisha is that which is not to be liked. That means all which are harmful, all which are inauspicious, all those which harm us, bad thoughts, bad words, bad actions. So what is good, bad, we have discussed sufficient number of times. And that definition of good or bad is not subjective, it is purely objective, that we have discussed. So in that context, we have to understand this. So from all such nasty things, narrow-mindedness, saha, that's Satchidananda. Naha, parshat, atidvishaha. Let him help us to cross over all such harmful things. Atidvisha to cross over. We don't want it. We don't want to stay there. We don't want the company of such harmful things. So I have to cross over. Atidvisha means to cross over. Of course, we have to first decide to cross over and do our best. And Satchidananda will give us all the support. Sa naha parshat. Parshat means help us in crossing over, tiding over. Tiding over what? Atidvishaha. Tiding over all dvesha bhavana, all apriti, all inauspicious things. Sa naha parshat ati dvisha. Atharva 6:34:1. 6:34:1. Next one, 6:36:3. 6:36:3. Atharva. Samrad eko virajati. Samrad eko virajati. There's a small gap between V and Rajati. Samrad eko virajati. Samradeko virajati. Atharva 6:36:3. 6:36. Samrat Eko, when you split it, is Samrat Ekaha. Samrat Ekaha. In Samrat also we have got Rat. Rajati also we have got Rat. Rajr Deeptau, that's the root. Rajr Deeptau, to shine. To radiate. Another word we can use, effulgent. Effulgent. Luminous. So many words. Luminous, effulgent, radiant, bright. Rajra Deeptau means all these things. Nirajati, Visheshena, in a special way it shines. Ekaha Samrat. Samrat is emperor. And it is one. One emperor shines in a wonderful way in this universe. Who it is, I need not say. It's very clear to you. Now, there are so many such mantras which clearly, very, very clearly tell us about the existence of God and one God. I'm very particular with that one. Because we are all misled, because we have got our own gods, our own personalized gods, which is creating a lot of problems. Because when I have got my own personal God and you have got your own personal God, at no point we can live together, come together. Because your God is different, my God is different. And always there is a cause for fight, saying that my God is greater, my God is greater. It's happening. It's happening. I'm not exaggerating or I'm not lying. It's happening. Every religion, every caste, every sect, every family, every person have got their own personal gods. How many gods? Numerous. One simple rough calculation is minimum 3 crores. 3 crores of God. Mukkoti. 3 crores. Gods and goddesses. This whole gallery of gods and goddesses has become, if I'm allowed to use the word, obnoxious. It's obnoxious. Intolerable. Intolerable. If you want world peace, if you want to live as one society, if all of us have to live as one group of fellow beings, we must, I repeat, we must realize that there is only one God and it's the same for all of us. Call it by any name, that's a different issue. Call it by any name. Call it by different names, yes, we are not worried about it. Call it by any name. But please remember that we all have one and only one God. As a basic and fundamental truth that we have to realize. Then certain things follow. This God is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. Omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. Next point is, it is formless. At least if you remember these 5 points, God is one, call it by any name. It is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, and formless. That's enough. If we realize these 5 basic truths, a lot of transformation will take place in our life, in our way of looking at life, and in the society. And it goes a long way in establishing harmony in society. God has been the bone of contention in so many religious differences, religious fights. All that will vanish within no time, provided we realize these first 5 points. God is one, omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, and formless. The first and last thing, there's a big ruckus about it. 2, 3, 4, okay, they'll say, okay, God is omnipresent, God is omnipotent, God is omniscient. Yes, there is no dispute in that. But when they say God is one, there's a problem. And when they say God is formless, there's a big debate on it. For the last one, God is formless, a very simple understanding can go. That is, if God has form, it becomes limited. Any form has got limitation. God is not limited. God is unlimited. God is infinite. No boundaries. And without boundaries, you will not get a form. Both cannot go together. They are contradictory. If one thing has got form, then it cannot be infinite and boundless. Asima, we call it. Sima is boundary. Asima is boundless. Form is always bound. Unless there is a boundary, a form cannot come into existence. It's a very simple understanding that we have to think and analyze. Simple, very simple. Just because it doesn't have form, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. There's a lot of difference between the two. Many people mistake because they say God has got form, and if we say there is no form, then oh, you are an atheist, you don't believe in God. Not necessarily, not necessarily. A person can be a theist and still understand the reality that God has no form. It's possible. Some have a peculiar argument. God is all powerful, as you said, omnipotent, so he can take form, he can be formless also. And doesn't stand to logic. Because these two things are opposite and mutually exclusive. That's the word what you use. Mutually exclusive. The meaning of it is, if one happens, the other will never happen. If the other thing happens, this one will never happen. Both things cannot happen at the same time. That's called as mutually exclusive. A person cannot live and die at the same time. If a person is living, it means he is not dead. If a person is dead, it's as clear that he is not living. Only one can happen. He can live or he can die. He can be in the state of living or he can be in the state of death. They are mutually exclusive. There is no overlapping. Figuratively, it is possible. That's a different issue. Man living, but living like a corpse, okay, that's different. That's figurative. But taking into consideration the real meaning of the word, living and dying, living and life and death, both cannot happen at the same time. Life and death are mutually exclusive. In the same way, taking a form and not taking a form, they are mutually exclusive. It's a confusion. It's a confusion. If you accept, both are possible. For argument's sake, it sounds fine. It sounds fine. But in reality, it's a big confusion. because they are mutually exclusive. So the last one is also very important to know. The first one is also very important to know. Called by any name, doesn't matter. God is one. Satchidananda is one. And the Satchidananda is one is emphasized in this Atharva mantra saying, Samrat Eko Virajati. And he is the one emperor. That's another very important thing. Samrat. Ekaha is not only one, he is the emperor of the whole universe. Understand the emperor. He is the lawmaker. He is a protector. He is the judiciary. Everything. It is he. Once again, don't get confused because I'm using that word he. For language sake, I have to use some word. He, she, or it, something. Because I'm used to use he, I'm using it. It doesn't mean that Samrat, that God is male. No. God is above gender. Neither male nor female nor neuter. It's above gender. Because the question of gender comes only when there is a forum. And he's formless, he's above gender, straight. Now that Satchidananda, he, she, it, he oblique, she oblique it, anything will work. Is emperor, is the emperor of this whole universe. So when I say emperor, nobody can transcend its rule, trespass its guidelines. No, no one can do it. The whole universe is firm by the framework set by that emperor. The rules and regulations are unsurpassable. They cannot go beyond it. At the same time, within that framework, we have little freedom too. And because of the freedom, we are responsible, we are answerable to our own acts. To that extent, we are free. But a bigger framework, what we have got, that is bound. That's why in elsewhere, Satchidananda is referred to as Nabhi. Nabhi, the focus, the center. And the basic root for Nabhi is Naha Bandhane, the one which binds. The center of whole universe is, the Nabhi of the whole universe is Satchidananda. And it's one. Elsewhere we find another figuratively explain this. Nabhim iva abhitaha. I had discussed about it. Nabhim iva abhita. They use the very word Nabhi. And in this explanation, they compare the whole universe into a wheel. And any wheel can run well, provided it has got only one hub. Only one hub. That was the center, the focus. And that single one hub, which keeps the whole wheel running, is that Nabhi, is that Satchidananda, is that Samrat. It dictates. It dictates. It's a great dictator. But don't take it negatively. Because a dictator plus compassionate. Of course, rules are very strict. Nobody can overrule it. But at the same time, it is so compassionate that for those who follow the rules, it is so friendly, it is so protective. So it's both at the same time. A strict master and a loving mother. Both. That's the speciality of the Samrat. There is a Samrat, an emperor in the human arena. Totally different thing. Either they'll be very hard, very tough. A dictator like maybe Hitler. maybe Napoleon, maybe Alexander. And when it comes to the question of compassion, it's a big zero. Or we find so many people who are very compassionate and they cannot enforce things. They are not strict regarding rules. This is the problem what we observe. But here with reference to Satchidananda, we have no problem at all. It is tough, at the same time, it is very merciful, compassionate. To whom it is tough, to whom it is merciful, yes, it depends upon our way of obeying its orders and systems. If you understand the systems and follow that way of life, wonderful. We can experience the compassion and love of the Satchidananda. If you fail to understand the rules and regulations, the setup made by the Satchidananda, and trespass, go hither and thither, yes, you will experience the heat also. You will experience the punishment also. Unmercifully. So when you do so, the punishment is full. There is no discount. There is no exemption. There is no excuse regarding that punishment. Harm. Is a hard master. But at the same time, if you follow it, he is the most compassionate friend. If you want to call it as friend, call it friend. If you want to call it as a mother, fine. If you call it as a father, fine. I have used all those words. Pita, Mata, Bhrata, Sakha. All these words I have used. It's for all who follow it, understand it, who lead a life of a human being. And his rules and regulations are ultimate. Samrat, that's the meaning of Samrat. Samrat means that is the ultimate, final, over. There's nothing beyond it. And it is one. Samrat Eko Vi Rajati. It shines everywhere. It shines everywhere. That one single emperor shines everywhere. The meaning of shine is we can feel the presence of it everywhere, even in an atom, even in the whole big Milky Way. Anything. We can always feel, we can always see the presence of that Satchidananda anywhere you look at, outside, inside. That Satchidananda is omnipresent. So because it is omnipresent, you can have the feel of it anywhere, anytime, in any condition. Provided we identify it, we recognize it rightly. And as our master, it is vigilant. It is looking into all our thoughts, words, and actions every moment. Because it is Samrat, that's the emperor. Nothing can miss its eyes. Nothing. We may feel we are doing it secretly. That's our feeling. But there is no secrecy at all. We can hide it from our fellow beings. We can hide it from CCTV. We can hide it from any such, alarms and other things. But this Samrat is so powerful that we can hide nothing. Even our thoughts we cannot hide. It's open before that's Satchidananda before. That's why he's called the Samrat. That's the capacity of it. And it's one. Samrat Eko Vi Rajati. It shines in such an exemplary way. It exists in such an exemplary way with all these qualities is our emperor. Once we recognize this, yes, we'll be very careful while thinking. We'll be very, very careful while talking. We'll be very, very careful while doing things. Because you know that person is there, that power is there, and it is looking at us every moment. That's our Samrat. That's our emperor. We are under the continuous and direct vigil of that emperor. Direct. Whereas in present day, The president or the prime minister, they have to get information through so many people, so many agencies they need. And they have to report. And these agencies report wrongly, the president or the prime minister will be misled. And here, no such thing, no mediators. The very Samrat, the very emperor will have a vigil on the thoughts, words and actions of every individual directly. That's the capacity of the Samrat, Satchidananda. Because it is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. That's its omnipotence. That is Samrat. So Samrat is not a very simple word. When you use it for human society, it becomes so diluted. But when you apply to Satchidananda, it is so powerful. That one single Satchidananda is capable of looking at everything, every moment. Just to imagine itself, it is amazing. Just to imagine itself is awesome. But that's the truth. That's the truth. And only when you realize that is a part of it, only when you feel it for a few seconds, yes, our whole life gets transformed because we are always under constant vigil. When we are under constant vigil, we cannot do wrong things. We cannot. We will be forced to take the right thought, right words, and right action. That's wonderful. Our whole life is transformed. Samrade go virajati. Next. Ma no hasishur rushayo Daivyaha. Hasishuhu rushayo Daivyaha. When you split it, it becomes very easy. Ma no hasishuhu rushayo Daivyaha. Mano hasishuhu rushayo Daivyaha. Atharva 6:41:3. 6:41:3. Mano hasishuhu rushayo Daivyaha. Rushaya is very clear. People who have realized the truth. Rushir Darshanat. That's how Nirukta explains. Vedas themselves explain. Rushi Sayo Manurhitaha. Rushi is that who always thinks of the welfare of all other living beings, fellow beings. Rushi Sayo Manurhitaha. One is a Rushi who always thinks of the welfare of, happiness of, well-being of fellow beings, fellow creatures. In the present day context, we have misunderstood Rushi. Rushi means we always think it is a male person. We have no idea that a Rushi can be a female also. Rushika. Rushika is the word. Rushika is one who has got all these qualities, but a female. Rushika. And whenever somebody says Rushi, what's the idea we get? Okay, male with hair tied upon the head with all beard and maybe with that kamandalu and other things. No, no such definition is there. It's only a total imagination. The right definition of the word Rishi is Rushir Darshanat. One has realized the truth. Number one. Number two, one who always thinks about the welfare of all the living beings. Rishayaha. Rishayo, it becomes Rishayaha. Daivyaha. People have got divine qualities. godly qualities. Daivyaha. Divikrida Vijagisha, that we have got. Risheha Rigatav, Rushi Gatav, both are there. Then Hasishuhu, Hasishuhu. The root for that word Hasishuhu is Ohak Tyage. Ohak Tyage. Ohak Tyage. From that comes Hasishuhu. No, Naha, Ma. It's in the prohibitive thing. Mano Hasishuhu Rushayaha Daivyaha. I got a rough idea. So it has got two sides. One is, let me not forsake. Ohak tyage. To tyage is forsake. Leave them out. Sacrifice. Go away from them. From whom? From Risheha and from Daivyaha. Risheha and Daivyaha. From those people who have realized the truth, and those people who always think about the welfare of the whole universe, and those people who are divine in nature, who have imbibed divine qualities, and who can give it, share it with others, let me not be away from them. Let me not forsake them. This is one side of it. On the other side, let those people not forsake me. Let them love me. Let them invite me. Let them allow me to be in their company. I want to stay with them. I want to get motivated by their company. Let them not forsake me. Both things are okay. Let me not forsake them. Let me not forsake me. I want to be in their company, and let them also take me to their company. Now the effect is very simple, understandable, comprehensible. When you are in good company, yes, naturally our goodness will increase. When you are in bad company, we are lost. Of course, what happens in us, what samskara is in us is very important, no doubt. But the environment too plays a dominant role. So in that environment, if we are in the company of Risheha and Daivyaha, yes, what is good in us, the samskara which is susamskara in us, it will have an opportunity to bloom, to flourish, to develop. Whereas with bad company, everything will be on the reverse side. Now it will not happen. Of course, we are all a bundle of plus and minus. We are all a bundle of good samskara and bad samskara. Now, in this human life, it is possible for us to analyze the two and enrich our good samskara and suppress the bad samskara or wash it out. It's possible. It's a rare opportunity that we have got as human beings. In no other form of life this is possible, because you don't have the necessary capable tool. This human tool, whatever, this human Sharira Indriya Manas has got that capacity. So using the tool we can do it. It's a rare opportunity. But to do it, of course we should be able to do it, primary thing, and then we need a lot of support. Greater support, of course, It is Satchidananda. And it's always there. We can take it for granted that support is there always. At the same time, the environment where we live too has to contribute its own might for that process. And who can do it? Daivyaha. Daivya is Devodanat, those who can give. So when we are in a company of people who can give support, who can give knowledge, who can give a helping hand, who can give knowledge, guidance, everything, yes, they are all Daivyaha. If I am away from them, what's the use of it? I have to be with them. I have to go in search of them. And those people are such that they always take us with an open hand, open arm. They embrace us, they take us close. They give us what all they have got. That's their divinity. They are never selfish. They are never miserly. They are liberal to the core. They give it and share. That's their nature. And it's not that they give whatever they have got. What they have got is only truth. They are also Risheha, Rishesh Darshana. They have realized the truth. They have realized the truth and they wish for the welfare of all the fellow beings, and they are liberal in sharing it. They are liberal in giving it. So wonderful. So wonderful. So let me not forsake such people. Let me not forsake such people. Let me be with the company of those people. Let me be in the company of those people. I will be benefited a lot. What I alone can do in 10 lives, all that I can do with the help of such people in one life. They catalyze. They catalyze. Because they have realized the truth. They wish for the welfare of all. And they are great givers. They are so charitable, they give us. There's something wonderful. Their company itself is a pleasure. Their very company is a celebration. Utsava, a celebration. That itself is a celebration. Let us celebrate it. The very company of such people is a celebration, and we will be benefited to a very, very, very great extent. That is the thing. Let me not forsake them, and at the same time, let they not forsake me. Of course, they will not. Of course, they will not. Maybe me who forsake them because of my ignorance, because of my foolishness. But it's a prayer on both sides. Let me be liked by them. Let they give what best they can to me for my progress, and let me not forsake them. Mano hasishuhu rushayaha divyaha. It's a prayer emanating from our hearts, from our soul. We want such company, we want such people. And a company of such people can give us anything which is invaluable. We cannot buy them with money. We cannot get it in a mall. We cannot get it in a shop. We cannot get it in a fair. It is their charitable mind. It is their love that can give us. So we are not ready to forsake any such people when we come across in our life. We want to hold on to them. We want to get the best out of them. That's a prayer here. If I get them, that's the end of it. I will not leave them. Nahasishuhu, ohak, tyage, forsaking. I will not. That is, we should be in that attitude. We should be in that mental status always. Otherwise, we'll miss such people. And when we get them, most of the time we lose them also. No. We should be alert to find such people. And once got, that's the end of it. We are stuck to them. But we should be very careful that they are really Risheha and they have to be Daivya. Risheha, those who have realized the truth. Not for show. Not for show. It's not that they advertise, I have realized the truth, and you go and fall a prey to them. No, no. We should be careful. They should have realized the truth. Number one. They should always be thinking about the welfare of the whole universe. And number 3, they should be liberal enough to share all these things without any consideration. There are many people who are prepared to share their knowledge, but always they will come with a receipt book. Okay, I will share, give your contribution, give your donation, I will issue a receipt for you. My bank account is so and so. No. Daivyaha, those people who give it liberally without any consideration, without any expectation, because their basic intention is well-being of all the people. We find very few people like that. You can just count them on hands. But once you get them, yes, we will not leave them at all. Because we get the most in their company. We get the most in their company. So we should make our minds so much that once we get, we will not forsake them and will behave in such a way. We'll have that relationship in such a way that they will also not forsake us. Mano hasishuhu rishayaha divyaha. This Atharva 6:41-3. A sentence is very small, but its impact is so much. It covers our entire life. It covers the goal of our life. It covers the path that we have to tread towards that goal. Everything is clear. Just one small sentence. Mano hasishuhu rusheha daivyaha. So that is the power of Vedas. In very few words, they explain a lot. Now, this is what I have explained subject to my limitation. But start thinking over it. If you start doing tapas over it, dhyanam over it, analyzing it, yes, so many other dimensions will just unfold before you. Unlimited. Unlimited. The depth is so strong, so strong. Every word you can ponder over, every word you can delve deep. And I assure you, you will never be able to reach the bottom because it's bottomless. So deep, so subtle are the means. But all this is in a compact way, maybe in a small sentence, few words. That's the beauty of it. That's Vedic style, that's a Vedic literature. That's a Vedic way of communicating. To understand style and try to analyze and know more from it, know more from it. Mano hasishuhu rushayaha daivyaha. Mano hasishuhu rushayaha daivyaha. We have got hardly 5 words. But the depth of these 5 words are so much. So with this, we shall stop it for the day. And there are so many such things. You'll be seeing day after day, day after day. As long as possible. Thank you all.
Thank you, Shami.
Thank you. And one thing I assure you, whenever you feel bored, whenever you feel this enough, you can tell me. Any day, any time. As long as it is interesting, as long as it is heart-touching, yes, I am with you.
Yes. Yes, Sharma.
Okay. Okay, thank you.